Hello peeps and welcome to Sundays with Sparky. How is it going, my friends? How is it going? How's your week been? That good? Well, that's good to hear. I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. Maybe one day I'll get one of these right. Video games and movies is the order of the day for Sunday on these videos. And saying a lot. Yes indeed, because this is unscripted. I never have a script, I just talk. Just whatever comes on the top of my head. And sometimes I think, oh, I should say something about that, and then I forget. And sometimes I don't think of something cool to say until afterwards. And I'm like, oh, I should have talked about that, and I should have talked about that. And I don't, because it's too late. Let's talk about movies. I went to the cinema and I was originally going to go and see The Most Wanted Man, I think it's called. It's Philip Seymour Hoffman's last film that he made before he passed away. And I was kind of looking forward to it, only I got the times mixed up of what showings were on, and we got there like 30 or 40 minutes after it had already started, and so we couldn't really. Well, we could have gone to see it, but it's like a spy thriller, and I guess if you miss like the first sort of 15-20 minutes of a movie like that, you're probably not going to know what's going on. So instead, I went to see Before I Go to Sleep with Nicole Kidman and Mark Strong and that other guy who's in like almost every British film ever, Colin Firth, that's his name. No, I'd get there. Yeah, so that was, it wasn't my number one pick, but it was actually quite good. It had, I mean, that was a thriller as well, and it had like some twists and turns and like ooh. And I think the idea was that you wouldn't see it coming, but I kind of did. So you have that kind of whodunit element to Before I Go to Sleep, and I kind of called it pretty much straight away. So that was a little disappointing. I kind of figured how it would go, and yeah, it was. I think that kind of made me not enjoy it maybe as much as if I hadn't figured it out. It was good. It was worth watching. I'm glad I've seen it, certainly. But it just wasn't as good as I was kind of hoping it was going to be. But you know, it was good, and there's not an awful lot on at the cinema that I really wanted to see, because a lot of it is just these blockbuster type movies that are on at the moment, or like comedies, and I'm not really like. I think Sex Tape came out. I'm not interested in seeing that. I'll probably watch it when it comes out onto DVD at some point when it's like cheap, but I'm not really interested in going to the cinema to watch it. It's like, it's just, I'd rather go and see, you know, kind of big budget stuff at the cinema, because you know it's on the big screen, so you want stuff that's going to be either like fantastic looking, like Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers and the comic book movies, or sci-fi stuff, or fantasy stuff, or you want something that's going to be like really engaging and really good story. Comedy stuff, I'd much rather watch comedies at a mate's house with a bunch of my friends than watch it at the cinema. So anyway, that's besides the point. Two other movies I watched this week. One being Flight with Denzel Washington. Also has John Goodman and Don Cheadle, amongst others. And well, it's Denzel Washington, really, isn't it? I don't really need to say anything else. It's awesome. I'm just trying to think how much I can tell you without giving out too many spoilers in case you haven't seen it. Denzel Washington plays a captain of a airplane for a big kind of company, and there's a problem with the plane and it crashes, and because of his skill as a pilot, he managed to land it without too many fatalities, and everyone was kind of like, oh my god, that's impressive, I don't know how you did that, no one else has been able to do that in all the simulations that we've done, you're fantastic, you're a hero, you've saved all the lives of all these people. Only there's a few complications along the way, shall we say. So yeah, if you haven't seen Flight, then you really should, because it is amazing. It is so good. And it's Denzel. I mean, you know, you can't really go wrong with Denzel Washington. And finally, for movies, because I've been talking too much about movies already, because that's why my monitors just went off, I watched The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. It was a bit rubbish. The Sunday Mirror gave it a 4 stars. I'm assuming that's out of 5. Otherwise they wouldn't put it on there. And Teen Now gave it 4 stars, and Sugarscape also gave it 4 stars. Yeah, if you're relying on... I mean, I don't even know what Sugarscape is, or Teen Now. I have no idea what they are. But if you're relying on them to give you decent reviews on movies, then you're probably going to end up watching some really bad movies. Basically, it's like... it's a bit like Underworld for teens, mixed with some Twilight. It could have been good. It could have been good, but it was just a bit weird, really, because they were playing on these ideas that started off, and the ideas behind it were pretty good, but the way that it went about it was just like a bit naff, really. I mean, they try and play with ideas of there's like ideas of incest and homosexuality and death and murder and lies and betrayal, but then they've also got werewolves and vampires and well, they kind of mention zombies and magic and stuff like that, and it's like, I think you're trying to do too much in one movie. I mean, the homosexuality thing is literally one scene that they mention it, and then that's it. It wasn't even implied in anything else. It's like, at no point did I think that character could or is possibly gay. Didn't even think about it. Didn't even enter my mind. And it wasn't until this one particular scene I was just like, where did that come from? What is the point in that? There was no need for it, because there was nothing previous to that would have made me think, oh, that character might be gay. Nothing at all. In fact, most of the characters I thought were a-holes. I didn't like any of them particularly. I thought they were all pretentious, stuck-up, arrogant idiots. And I didn't really like any of them. Okay, so enough of that. Video games. So the first Broforce video went out on Monday of this week, which was pretty cool. I did enjoy playing that with Suki. That was very enjoyable. You can have up to 4 players on that, which is cool, but I think it might be worth waiting a little bit until they've updated it a bit more, because it's still early access, so it might be worth waiting a little bit. But single player is great fun, and you should totally check it out, because it's cool. And then Wednesday we had Papers, Please, One-Off Wednesday. This week for One-Off Wednesday, I'm probably going to record some Tropico 4, because I've been playing quite a lot of that recently. I wanted another city builder that wasn't SimCity, because the SimCity just did my head in when I was playing that. Whereas Tropico 4, I bought it in a Steam sale ages ago, probably last Christmas or something, or during the summer sale. I can't remember when it was. And I've never played any of the Tropico games before, but I wanted to try it out. And I've been having some fun with it, so I might record some for that for this week coming, for the One-Off Wednesday for that. That could be quite good. And then Friday we had the Big Deck Player, A-Team Aggro, a really cool Rogue Rush deck. Really enjoyed playing that, and I'm still playing a bit of it now. Not obviously right now, but yeah. I'm trying to build my own Priest deck in Hearthstone as well. That's going okay. I've had mixed results. Some days I can win every game that I play with it, and some days I don't win a single game with it. So it's a bit hit and miss. I'm still toying with it. I'm still trying to tinker with it and make changes and see what works best. But yeah, I'm not sure about that. Really reactivated, I guess, my World of Warcraft account. Going to get some stuff prepared for when Warlords of Draenor comes out, because that comes out fairly soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Every so often I'm like, do I really want to play Warlords? And then I watch that cinematic. I'm like, yes, I do. That cinematic that they did was fantastic. There's one thing you can rely on, it's that Blizzard will make a fantastic cinematic. Just, it always looks fantastic, always. But this one in particular is just, because when I first started playing, I was really into the lore of Warcraft. So when I first started playing, I was really into it, and I think I played all the way up to Burning Crusade without touching any of the RTS Warcraft games. So it was just before Wrath of the Lich King came out, and I was like, I wanted to know more about Arthas and all that. So I played Warcraft 3 and the Frozen Throne expansion for it, just for the story, just for the lore and everything. And I was just like, I think that's what made Wrath of the Lich King the better expansion for me, just because I had all this lore. I just got all this lore from it. I'd already got all the story and stuff from Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade, so it kind of explained everything a lot better to me. So I kind of knew a bit more about Illidan and his relationship with Malfurion and Tyrande, and I kind of knew more about the World Tree and the Elves and Arthas and Lordaeron and, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it was like, there's that. If you go to Undercity now, I'm assuming it's the same. I haven't actually been to Undercity in ages. But if you go into Undercity, if you go into like the throne room, the old throne room of Lordaeron, there is like a little trail of blood on the floor from when Arthas killed his father, the king, and the crown kind of rolls across the floor in the cinematic, and there's blood on the floor. And I think if you turn the music off but keep your ambience and stuff on, you can actually hear the ghosts of that thing happening, which is pretty eerie. It's possibly the spookiest thing I've experienced in World of Warcraft, and I've played it for a long time. I think that's it for this week. I've not really been playing too much else. I've been working quite a lot this week, so I haven't really had a chance to do much else. Next week I shall be I'll be working the first half of the week, and then I'm going to be visiting my friends in the north for a few days. So I don't know if there will be a Sundays with Sparky video next week, because I'll be up there. I will try and do one on Friday. On Friday I'm hoping to be seeing Suki and Raina and Bumpy, and we're all going to meet up for the first time. I don't know if Suki has met the Mugumps before, which would be a bit weird if they haven't, because they live like fairly close to each other. But yeah, it's the first time I'm gonna meet the Mugumps, so I'm quite looking forward to that. I'm hoping they are looking forward to it as well. So maybe I'll take the camera along with me, and we'll do some kind of vlogging stuff. Yeah, that'd be cool. So anyway, I'm going to go and edit this, and I shall see you next week, possibly. There might just be some kind of vlog thing instead. I don't know. We'll see. Follow me on Twitter, and you will be updated as and when stuff's going down. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, whenever that is. Bye bye.